queer kid, I grew up to a place that was very conflicting with my idea of who I am. Naturally, that dichotomy of loving the place that you are growing up in, but also feeling unsafe in that place, created a lot of that tension that created the kind of art that I produce. Genuinely speaking, writing was the cheapest thing because all you need was a pen and a paper. When I look at my career, writing was the constant skill that I had in everything that I do. I started publishing when I was 19, but I still needed a source of income, and I relied on journalism before I had to immigrate to and become a refugee in Lebanon. I think of my artistic work as this mixture of so many different cultures that I got exposed to. Naturally, I read a lot of work by Arabic-speaking writers. I was also quite influenced by Russian, French, and Latin American literature. On top of all of that, I'm a bit campy, and I love my pop culture references. And I like to be inspired by all of this in the movement, in the coloring, in the way that I think of how to create my scenes, how to build up tension in my writing. There is a profession in Syria called hakawati, and hakawati means specifically a storyteller. So back in the day, 150 years ago, this man who is revered by the community, and he would tell them a story. And I genuinely feel that if I was born 150 years ago, that would be what I do. Living in Lebanon as a refugee does not feel like the end of a journey. It feels like limbo. And then an organization, Rainbow Refugee Society here in Vancouver, reached out saying that they've heard my story, and I was one of the very first Syrians to be invited to Canada. And I would say that loneliness drove me to try and sponsor other folks. So I made a deal with Rainbow Refugee Society that I would run this communal social event. The evening in Damascus started in the basement of somebody's house and raised some money, and in return they are going to try and sponsor more refugees. We raised over $300,000 ever since. There are 18 birds on my tattoo right here. Each represent one of the refugees that I sponsored over the last 10 years. I have more space, and I have 10 more birds that I have to add. It's a beautiful thing to know that every book that is written here in Canada ends up in the National Library back in Ottawa. This library carries the history of Canada as it has been for the last 150-something years. And I am part of this history. People like me are part of this history. There's a beauty to the metaphor of building a bridge and allowing them a way to connect without losing the authenticity of one side or the other. It's beautiful how I can take this and replicate it in my own writing. And I'm very proud to be able to build a bridge between me and Canada. And I'm very thankful for the society that continued to build the bridge from their side so they would meet me halfway.
Library and Archives Canada is the custodian of the 5th largest collection in the world. In addition to serving as a repository of knowledge, LAC actively supports creators, researchers, and storytellers in sharing diverse perspectives and narratives. It encourages the exploration of the truths and stories that shape our shared history.
The Library and Archives Canada Foundation supports Library and Archives Canada's essential work in preserving and promoting knowledge and the understanding of our history and the cultures that compose the tapestry of our country. Join me in highlighting and applauding our impressive awardees.